Just mention snake oil, and the mind immediately darts back to the 1800s or perhaps the early 1900s, when snake oil salesmen prowled the countryside with their wares. Now, there wasn't really any snake oil in these remedies, although sometimes there was some alcohol and opium, and boy, you take enough of that and you'll feel better. But the notion was that snakes never suffered from arthritis. They were supple, they curved, and if you could isolate whatever lubricated them, that could also be used to treat arthritic patients. Of course, it didn't really work beyond the placebo effect, and that's why we refer to ineffective treatments as snake oil. But snake oil didn't only refer to liquid preparations. Electricity was a huge boon to the snake oil salesman. Why? Because electricity could light up the rooms, it could play a phonograph, who knows, maybe it could even draw disease out of the body. That's what this contraption was supposed to do. Now remember that back then, electricity was very mysterious. People didn't know what to make of it. So it wasn't totally insane to think that it could draw disease out of the body, and that's what this did. You held on to the electrodes, and the battery produced a charge, and you felt something, and disease would come right out of the body, at least 30 to 40% of the time, which is the classic placebo effect. Of course, there were those people who suggested that it was more than placebo. And, you look at this and you think, that's a bygone era. We don't have any silliness like this today. But we do. You can go out and buy something called the zapper to zap disease out of your body, or the COFX. For thousands of dollars, it will analyze your frequencies and correct them if somehow they've come out of balance. What do we have there? Again, the placebo effect, just like we had here. But those that suggest that there's anything more to these contraptions, or indeed to snake oil, beyond the placebo effect, are suggesting another mechanism. And what is that? Well, I think what really makes these things work beyond the placebo effect is pure quackery.